Okay. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for tuning in for another TikTok Live. As always, I'm a relationship coach. Any relationship questions you have, put your question in the comments. I'm here to help. Whatever your question is, doesn't matter. So your question can really be pretty much about anything at all. So relationships can be amazing. They can also be devastating. Why live in pain? Yeah. Why live in pain? Let's do something about it. You don't have to live in pain at all. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I'm a relationship coach. Any relationship questions you have, put your question in the comments. If I miss your question at any time, head over to the link in my bio, send me a message on Facebook or Instagram. And yeah, I'll try to adjust this a little bit. Okay. That's better. Yeah, so realistically, I'll break it down for you guys. There's 5 main pillars to a 10 out of 10 relationship. They're attraction, masculine and feminine energy, courtship, intimacy, and communication. Okay. Now, if you master these 5 pillars of a relationship, then you're well on your way to achieving a 10 out of 10 relationship or finding your ideal partner, what really ever your goal is. So there's 2 sort of main basic things I do. I help single people find their ideal partner, and I also help couples achieve a 10 out of 10 relationship. That's the 2 sort of things I do. If your relationship's not a 10 out of 10, if you're a bit unlucky in love, don't live in pain. Let's do something about it. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Okay, why does a man not want labels? Yeah, great question. So when a man says, I don't really want to put labels on it, it means a couple of things. Either he's not ready for a relationship yet, he wants to just use you for sex, or his attraction's just not that high for you and he doesn't want to get tied down to you because he doesn't see a long-term future with you. Either way, it's not a positive thing. So I made something called a relationship timeline. Just look me up on YouTube, and there's another video called the relationship timeline. Anyway, what it pretty much says is you want to go exclusive around 2 or 3 months, the 2 or 3 month mark of knowing the person. If it's beyond 3 months and he doesn't want to put labels on it, there's something else going on. There's something wrong. Okay. Alex, hey, I've been talking to a friend. I like her, but I don't know how to tell her. So if someone is your friend first, you want to do something called invest and test. So invest and test means what you want to do is do some little pieces of affection. Yeah, little winks, little slap on the bar, little winks, little kisses on the cheek, stuff like that, and see if it's reciprocated. If any of that affection is reciprocated, so just gentle flirting. Yeah, just some light flirting, and if it's reciprocated, then they have high attraction for you and you can progress to a date. If they don't reciprocate it at all, then they don't have a high attraction for you and you should find somebody else. I've been single for so long and trying to get to know people, but they ignore me. Why is that? Could be a whole bunch of reasons. It could really be a whole bunch of reasons. So it's really hard to say just to put one thing on it because it could be anything. Okay. But look, if someone is ghosting you or they're not chatting back, they're just not that interested in you. And you need to keep talking to people, keep finding people, do online dating, heaps of different things until you do find your ideal partner. It's been almost 4 years of this. Well, why would he want to change it for? Yeah, you've been letting him hit that for 4 years without any labels on it, so he can sleep with other girls as well. It's your fault you're in this situation. So if you have a friends with benefits situation and you want more, but he doesn't, and you just keep letting it happen, it's never going to be anything else. It's what you're letting. He introduced you to his family, even though he hasn't said girlfriend. Well, he likes you to some degree. Yeah, he likes you to some degree, but he's afraid of something. So ask yourself the question, is this something my ideal partner would do? Is this something my ideal partner would do? And if the answer is no, maybe he's not your ideal partner. Elaine, I thought I'd found the one, but we broke up over his own insecurities that I couldn't help with. Sad to hear. Tiger, I've been single now for 5 years and loving it. Found my independence, but it does get lonely. Humans are pack animals, yeah? So even when people say they're loners or they enjoy being single, only for a short amount of time, yeah? Pack animals, we like to be around other humans. Okay, so everyone wants to have a 10 out of 10 relationship. They just do. A lot of people say they don't because they don't think it's possible. Diane, my son, I assume that says son. My son is in a very toxic relationship and had left for the 20th time, but he's going back in there. Anything I can do as a mother? Yeah, Diane, stay out of it. That's what you do. As a mother, stay out of your kids' relationships. Yeah, just be supportive. Yeah, there's so many cases I hear all the time of mothers being overly criticizing, overly judgy, and constantly criticizing their daughters and their sons for their decisions. It's not going to make your kids make better decisions. It's going to make them hate you and not want to talk to you at all. Okay, all you have to do is be supportive and go, okay, well, whatever you think's best, I'm here if you need me, and that's all you say. That's it. Okay, when you put your thumb into a pie, it ruins the pie. Okay, you're not making the pie better. Sure, I just need to find someone who's committed as I am. Sure, no one is committed from the first date. It doesn't work like that. Every relationship starts casually. Okay, you find someone you like, you go on some dates, and then around 2 or 3 month mark, that's when you commit to each other and you don't talk to anybody else. Okay. So making someone make promises to you and all this sort of stuff from the start is not going to have positive consequence, not going to have positive outcome. It's going to have negative consequences. Okay. Guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm a relationship coach. So any relationship questions you have, put your question in the comments. I'm here to help, whatever your question is. I've heard so many questions from all around the world with all different circumstances. So there's nothing really you can ask me which I haven't heard before. Okay, sure. How do you start dating? What's a positive and healthy way to start? Well, sure, you're overthinking it. Yeah. Statistically, the best chance of finding your ideal partner is online, right? So you go on online dating, you talk a little bit, you find someone who you have something in common with, and you're attracted to their photos, and then hopefully he asks you out on a date. You go on a date and have a good time. It should be a fun experience. Don't overthink it. Tiger, I'm allowing God to find my soulmate. That's great, Tiger, but just be aware whether you're waiting for the universe or God to supply you with your ideal partner, you may be waiting a long time. Yeah. So you have to do some work yourself. Night nurse, do you always go with your gut instinct? Always. So many people overthink things and use this instead of this. Okay. Use what your gut says. It is always leaning one way or the other. I have this conversation so many times a day with so many people, and it often goes like, should I get back with my ex? I hear that question 1,000 times a day. Your gut is always leaning everyone's gut majority of the time says no, don't get back with your ex, but they still do it because they're thinking up here. Yeah. Use your gut. Your gut knows the right decision. But they are always true. True and false. Try not to get caught up in what's true and what's false, because it's all subjective and opinionated. So it doesn't matter. What matters is what's right for you, what's true for you. Okay. Vanis, never ex stay exes. Yeah. Ex do stay exes. Going back never makes it better. There's so many people in the world. You don't need to keep trying to have a relationship with your ex. Mama Bear, what advice would you give someone who needs to leave a abuser? Yeah, create a good exit plan. Create a good exit plan. So an exit plan is just like a piece of paper you write some notes on, and it's just a plan of how you're going to leave or end the relationship. So you want, what are you going to say? When are you going to do it? Where are you going to go? How much finances do you have? Do you have a vehicle? Do you have furniture? You have kids? Like every single detail. So the exit strategy is foolproof and really effective and fast. Sweets. I always trust my gut. It's always been right, even when I thought it was wrong. Yeah. People's gut is always right. Always. Sure, that's solid advice. Thanks, sure. I'm here to help. My purpose in life is to help as many people as I can with relationships. So that's what I do every single day. Candy, what advice would you give a woman trying to find love in New York City? Sorry, guys, I'm back. So it's the same as trying to find love anywhere. Okay, it's the same as finding love anywhere. And you go on online dating, you find someone who you talk to a little bit, or you don't have to meet people on online dating. You can meet them at work, clubs, bars, hobbies you do, rock climbing club, whatever you're interested in. Okay. And once you find someone who you're interested in talking to, you talk a little bit, you flirt, create that attraction. Hopefully they ask you out on a date and have a good time. It doesn't really matter where you live, okay? As long as there's some people. And in New York, you got heaps of people. Chaos, what advice do you have for someone who is about to give up on love? It's like saying giving up on food. Yeah, you're trying to, regardless of how many times you've been hurt, yeah, regardless of how hurt you think you are and how broken you think you are, love and being loved and giving love is a basic human trait. Okay, so regardless of what you think about it, you can't get rid of it. Yeah, unless you're some sort of monk who wants to meditate for 50 years. It's a basic human trait. It's like saying giving up on sex or giving up on something else. It's their basic human natures. So you can't give up on it. So don't even try. Amy, if a guy has been saying he is separated but waiting on the papers to be signed, been 2 years, is there anything else which is saying he's not committed to the relationship besides that, Amy? Sure. I knew he was seeing others because I found hair and he always had an excuse. I'm in the fool. You don't have to be in the situation anymore. Yeah, forget about the past. Candy, thanks for the TikTok gift. Appreciate it, buddy. Sure, he's very selfish too. Who cares? Yeah, sure. We can waste our whole lives complaining about people in our past, or we can focus on making our future better than our past is. Okay. Guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm a relationship coach. Any relationship questions you have, put your question in the comments. I'm here to help. Don't live in pain anymore, yeah? Learn what it takes to achieve a 10 out of 10 relationship. And if I miss your question at any time or you want to talk to me more about relationships, send me a message on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or wherever you want to talk to me. Even send me an email, whatever you need to hear. You can even go to my website, mattercoaching.com/opt-in and book in a free call with me. Don't live in pain. Don't live in pain. You can have a 10 out of 10 relationship. I've helped so many people from all around the world achieve a 10 out of 10 relationship. You can too. Okay. Chaos, any advice on how to let go of anger because it keeps ruining me getting to know somebody? What are you so angry about? What are you angry about? Yeah. A lot of people all the time let their past ruin their future. So you got to ask yourself, how long do I want to keep letting my past ruin my future? And then start surrounding yourself with positive things. So It's not really that complicated on how to live a positive life. Not that complicated. You're cognizant of the top 5 people you hang out with. So first of all, anyone who's negative or angry, stop hanging around with them. Okay? Stop hanging around them. Start hanging out with people who are positive all the time and supportive of your goals. They don't hinder you. Okay, secondly, you want to try to mitigate what content you consume. Okay, so if you listen to heaps of heavy metal and you watch the news constantly and all these sort of negative things, even though they can be enjoyable sometimes, if you listen to negativity all the time, you're going to become negative. Okay, so be aware of that. The content you consume is very important, and it can be the content you consume on social media or TV, YouTube, whatever. Okay, so try to watch and consume content which makes you a better person, which makes you more positive. Okay, and then also the third thing is positive self-talk. Okay, if you're constantly saying, I'm an angry person, I'm an angry person, I'm an angry person, you're going to be an angry person. Okay, swap it around, give yourself some positive reassurance and say some positive things instead. Hey, I'm a great person. I'm a positive person. I'm a happy person. Positive reassurance goes a long way. Jasmine, I live in the middle of nowhere, Quebec. I'm related to almost everyone. I'm studying in combat. Chaos, that'd be my family. If your family is a bad influence on you and they're negative and all this sort of stuff, you don't have to spend time with them. Okay. A great question people should ask themselves is, would I still hang out with that person? Would I still talk to that person if I wasn't related to them anymore? If the answer is no, then you probably shouldn't be talking to them anyway. People say blood's thicker than water and all this shit, but if, say, your brother is a complete asshole, it's not a bad thing if you don't want to talk to him. Why would you? It's just going to make your life worse. No one is positive all the time. No, that is true. Amy, he saw me for 5 years and was still married, then 2 years separated, but no divorce. Okay. Candies, I need new people because seriously, that was a great question. You should always be looking at the top 5 people you hang out with. This the 5 people you spend the most time with. A lot of people say, show me your 5 friends and I'll show you your future, because it is directly correlated. Rob, any advice in making my husband feel more secure in our relationship after weight loss surgery? Yeah, just constant reassurance and affection. Guys are a lot more sensitive than we think because they're really good at hiding it, okay? So just constant reassurance, saying you look great, giving heaps of compliments all the time. And if he says anything negative, even in a joking way, like guys sometimes say a joke, right? They'll say a joke, but it's 90% true, okay? So just be aware of that. Take everything he says pretty seriously. And heaps of affection, yeah? Kisses, hugs, sex, cuddling, all that sort of stuff. A lot of guys won't chase for it. Instead, they'll drift away from the relationship. They'll pull back and all this sort of stuff. And they just want more affection, okay? So affection and reassurance. Cam, but he is not sure if he is ready for a commitment. If someone's answer to you is maybe, then I respond with no. Okay, don't waste your time with people who aren't ready for you, or who don't want to have a relationship with you and you've known them for a long time. But he thinks if he comes, we will end up together. A lot of time wasters out there. Yeah, a lot of wishy-washy people. You don't want a wishy-washy guy. You want a guy who's certain. Dole, nice. Okay. Guys, I'm a relationship coach. Thanks for tuning in. Any relationship questions you have, put your question in the comments. I'm here to answer any questions you have. If I missed your question at any time, send me a message on Facebook or Instagram. and I'll help you. I respond to all my messages all the time on social media. So you can even head over to my website, mattercoaching.com/opt-in, and book in a free call with me if you want a one-on-one chat about your relationship stuff. Relationships don't need to be painful, okay? Relationships can be amazing. You can have a 10 out of 10 relationship if you learn the methods and you learn the techniques on how to achieve it. So if you're having relationship issues right now, or you're not feeling that lucky in love, tell me about it. Put your comments, write your comments down for me and I'll read them out. Candy, I never knew I needed this so much. Thank you so much. Candy, I'm here to help. My purpose in life is to help as many people as I can with relationships, okay? I know relationships can be devastating and painful. That's why I help people achieve a 10 out of 10 one so they have an amazing life. Okay, Lindsay, love yourself first, know your worth, and the right person will show up. Yeah, not great advice there, Lindsay. I've talked to some women who've been single for 10 years, waiting for the right guy to walk into their life. You have to do some of the work yourself. The universe isn't just going to give you what you want. You got to work for it. How long are normally your sessions? I assume you're talking about my phone sessions. Look, they're like half an hour, usually 30 minutes, something like that. But I don't really have a set time on it. It's just however long it takes. My goal is to help as many people as I can with relationships. So if the call goes for 2 hours, it goes for 2 hours. I don't really care. If it goes for 10 minutes, that's fine too. Kel, I've known my partner nearly 25 years, been together, and all is well apart from his ex wanting. Okay. Well, someone else wanting him is not necessarily a bad thing. Amy, he has led me on going on 8 years now. Says the papers are there. She just hasn't signed them yet. Not good. Not good. Sil, how to understand that he likes me when he's a mixed signal? How to know if someone likes you is judging their attraction. So if you can imagine attraction like an odometer, yeah, you got 1 to 10. And through that, if someone's attraction for you is a 10 out of 10, they're going to want to see you every day. They're going to buy you gifts. They want to touch you all the time. They want to have sex with you constantly. They're going to be pretty much obsessed with you. If someone's attraction for you is a 1 out of 10, they pretty much hate you and they never want to see you or talk to you ever, okay? So you want to get everyone's attraction for you to a 10 out of 10. Now, judging on that, what would you say his attraction is for you? The lower that attraction is, the harder it's going to be to make the relationship work. Okay. Simi, I'm pretty much at the point where I never want to be in a relationship again. Heartbreak sucks. It does, Simi, but it's just, you're just in the grieving process at the moment, yeah? I talk to people every day who go through a breakup and then they say, I'm going to stay single forever now. In a month or two, they're talking to a new guy. Yeah, it's just part of the grieving process. Don't think too much into it. Kells, now to get back with him, I give him the choice if he wants to go back. To go, he said no, but still, she's still. Kells, that's a terrible sentence. Give me good sentence structure. Give me good English, unless it's really hard to read and really hard to understand. Ali, this guy stood me up, is asking and apologizing for another chance. Should I? I wouldn't. I wouldn't personally. You can. I would definitely wouldn't give anyone more than 2 chances. I've never seen a reason for anybody to stand anyone up, which is validating. Make an appointment, do it. Yeah, I never miss an appointment. I'm never late to anything. So If someone has heaps of excuses why they can't do something, I go, great, see you later. Not interested. Curly girl, what if the attraction is there, but they are scared of commitment? Well, the attraction isn't strong enough then. If someone's attraction for you is a 10 out of 10, all the fears go out the window. Yeah. People will leave their country, their family, their religion, everything if that attraction is a 10 out of 10. So if they're scared of commitment, and Andrea, think to yourself, do you really want a guy who's scared of commitment anyway? Or do you want a strong, confident alpha male leader? Or do you want a little mouse of a man who's scared of commitment? Like, what the fuck is that? If you want a guy who's scared of commitment, how good is your relationship going to be? How good is he going to handle other pressures that life throws at you? Is that the guy you want to have a family with? Is that the guy you want to have a long-term thing with? Because you're going to be in for a lot of fucking headaches. You want to find a guy, girls, who's a strong, confident alpha male leader, one who isn't scared of anything and who's naturally a protector, okay? If you get a real nervous guy with all these problems and insecurities, you're going to have a lot of headaches and it's going to be hard work. So keep that in mind. Jackie, how fast do you set boundaries with someone you just matched with online? Also, how do you bring it up? Depends what the boundary is. Depends what the boundary is. When someone crosses your boundary, that exact moment is the best time to set a boundary. Like, if I was talking to a girl online and I said a joke or something and she laughs, said, haha, you're such an asshole, or something like that, I'd say, excuse me? I think you did a typo there. Or in real life, you'd say, excuse me, what do you mean? Change the mood completely, and that's just setting a boundary. And then they go, oh, and then they know it's right there in their head. They go, he doesn't like to be called names. Okay. So it depends what it is. But the best time to set a boundary is right at the moment that someone does something which offends you. Ali, so do I give him another chance and see what happens or move along? I can't make that decision for you, Ali. What's your gut telling you to do? Yeah. How much do you like this guy? Could he be your ideal partner? Do you like him a lot and you want to give him a chance, or you barely want to go on a date with him in the first place? There's a whole bunch of questions you have to answer, and realistically, don't overthink it. It's only one date. Go on another date if you want to, okay? I'm just telling you my opinion with it. If someone stood me up, I definitely would never see them again. Being punctual is very important to me. It's not that important to other people, but it depends how much you like him. That's what it comes down to. Is this a red flag instant relationship? Yeah, it is in a way. No one should do an instant relationship ever. Getting into a relationship immediately is always a bad idea. You need to follow my relationship timeline, which says don't get into an exclusive relationship until 2 or 3 months dating at least. It takes time to build up that foundation of the relationship, get to know each other. There's so much to it, okay? You need that 2 or 3 months to get to know each other. Katie, where to look? I assume you're talking about where to find your ideal partner. Finding your ideal partner, you have a 40% chance of finding your ideal partner online, okay? So your highest probability of finding an ideal partner in one place is online. So jump online. Do online dating, do Tinder, Hinge, or whatever you feel like doing, and get into it. Yeah, that's your highest chances. But in saying that, you can pretty much find your ideal partner anywhere. You can find your ideal partner on Tinder. You can find your ideal partner at Starbucks. Who cares? Yeah, it doesn't really matter as long as you learn the right methods to dating, the right techniques on having a conversation, how to date properly, how to build that attraction, how to use masculine and feminine energy to your advantage. Messaging to see if he initiates. Don't overthink it, Penny. Yeah. Just say what you want to say to him. Yeah, just treat it casually and have some fun with it. Don't put too much pressure on something before it's even started. Yeah. Guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm a relationship coach. Any relationship questions you have, put your question in the comments. I'm here to help. Are you in a relationship? I am in a relationship. Yeah. Relationships can be amazing and they can also be devastating. Don't live in a devastating one. Let's do something about it. Margarita, who made the first move? Look, it doesn't really matter. Girls can make the first move if they do it in the right way. Okay. So, what I mean by that is, even back hundreds of years ago, a girl with a fancy 1700s setup would walk along and drop a handkerchief in front of a guy, right? And he'd go, "Oh, she dropped it," and he'd run and pick it up, and then run over to her, and then start a conversation, and then they go on a date later on because she built up the attraction in the conversation. So technically, she made the first move, but she did it in a way which attracted the bee to the rose. Yeah, does that make sense? So you can make a move somehow. All those little tricks and those little things actually make a big difference, and they actually go really well. Okay. I tend to scare men off with my bluntness. Stop being so blunt then. Yeah. If you think you're really blunt and you think you're an asshole or a bitch, stop being mean. Yeah. Be softer. If you're a complete asshole all the time, who would want to hang out with you? I wouldn't want to hang out with you. Be nice. Everyone wants to hang out with people who are nice and positive. Okay. Be nice and positive. How should I approach finding a relationship when I'm a tomboy type of woman? Find a guy who likes doing manly stuff. He likes going fishing and camping, riding motorbikes, doing rock climbing, having heaps of fun. Yeah. Doing heaps of fun physical stuff. And then do it. Do it. But don't be afraid sometimes of putting on a dress. Yeah. You can enjoy all those physical things and getting your hands dirty and still wear a dress sometimes. Yeah. So sometimes it's good to have a balance. Kelsey, I had my heart broken. I just feel like I'm so lost just wandering around. Okay. Throw yourself into your hobbies, throw yourself into your work, spend time with your friends. It'll pass. What's the best way to leave a relationship when the kids are involved and you're both becoming unhappy? Well, Jess, the first thing to do is have you considered trying to fix it? Yeah. If you want to fix it and you want to have this relationship to a 10 out of 10, send me a message on Facebook or Instagram, or head over to my website and book in a call with me at mattcoaching.com/opt-in. What's important, guys, if you do book in a call with me and you're in a relationship, it's way better if the husband and the wife are on the call. Okay. Both people are on the call with me, the call goes a lot better and I can help a lot easier. Okay. So get both people on the call. Okay. Treat people with respect and the way you want to be treated. Yeah, Peggy, you should treat people with respect. But what's funny is, what's a great question to ask is, how do you get respect? People think you get respect by giving respect, but you can be nice and respectful and people will still disrespect you. So it's an interesting one. But I'm not going to delve into how to get respect because we're talking about relationships. Hi, I love your stuff. Thanks for the kind words, guys. Really appreciate it. I'm a relationship coach, so any relationship questions you have, Put in the comments. Sherry, I've been hurt so much in my life and I've decided to be alone because I'm afraid of being hurt again. Cool, do it. Buy a cat. What's your opinion on the men are intimidated by a tomboy type? I don't. Men aren't intimidated by tomboys, tomboy girls, masculine girls, okay? Depending on how they can be. So it depends if you're just tomboyish and you like getting your hands dirty and you're a cowboy or something like that. That's not a bad thing, okay? You can still do those things and still have a feminine feel about you. But if you're like a big biker chick with heaps of rings and you're big, tough and surly and you get in fights all the time, people wouldn't want to be around you anyway, yeah? So you don't be afraid of stepping into your femininity, okay? Jess, we've tried to work it out, but it seems to be getting Alniso's nerves. How have you tried to help it out? Have you tried just the normal couple approach of just talking about it? Because often if you don't know the right methods and you just talk about it, you just get into a circle, okay? And you come back and then the same shit happens again. Talk to me, Jess. That's what I'm here to help. Sometimes you need to seek professional help to get things to where they need to be. Georgia, my partner and I have had problems with trust. How can we work on this? We love each other deeply. Just reassurance and transparency. So if people have insecurities and they have trouble trusting each other and stuff like that, I like to encourage people to be more transparent. Like, do you have passwords on your phone? Do you have locks and passwords on your computer and your iPads and all this sort of stuff? Be transparent. Don't have any passwords on anything, okay? No passwords. Be transparent all the time. And why do we have passwords on our phone anyway? Where are we leaving our phone where other people can play with it? You know, your phone's mostly in your pocket or, you know, within a meter of you anyway. I haven't had a password on my phone in years and it doesn't bother me at all, okay? Be transparent. It creates a better feel in the relationship. Usually give selflessly 150% towards a relationship and never find someone that will give the same. It's a totally unrealistic expectation, Joan. Why would someone give selflessly 150% to a relationship? They're going to feel like they're completely downtrodden and not worthy of it. That's ridiculous and it's unrealistic expectation. That's madness, okay? Look for someone who's going to put in a good amount of effort into the relationship, yeah? And you put in a good amount too. You don't need to go above and beyond and buy a diamond ring for your partner every day. It's ridiculous, okay? Remember, don't get stuck on doing what's best for your partner. Do what's best for your relationship, okay? Be aware of that. Treat the relationship as a separate entity, okay? Like you're doing what's best. Like in it, say you have a business. You do what's best for the business. You don't do what's best for the managers, okay? Like you don't concentrate on the little things. Concentrate on what is best for the relationship. If what's best for the relationship is setting a boundary with my partner right now, do it, okay? Do what's best for the relationship. Georgia, how do you work through infidelity? I wouldn't, Georgia. Any infidelity in my relationships, I would just end it and never talk to them again, okay? So it's up to you if you want to work through it. I don't recommend it. I'm not saying it's impossible. It's just too much hard work. The damage of cheating is so deep and hurtful that it's too long of a process. Jess, we talk when problem comes up so we don't bottle it up. That is good. That is a good thing. Guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm going to head off. I got some coaching calls I have to do right now. I'm going to do some more lives later. If I missed your question or you want to talk to me a little bit more, jump over the link in my bio and send me a message on Facebook or Instagram. You can even go to my website, mattcoaching.com/opt-in and book in a free call with me. You can even send me a message on TikTok, wherever you want to. Just don't live in pain. If you're living in pain or you don't have a 10 out of 10 relationship, send me a message and I'll see if I can help you, okay? There's some people I can't help. Some people I go, I can't help you. You need to end that. You need to end that bad situation. But if I can help you and it is salvageable, I'll help you fix it, okay? So don't live in pain anymore. You can start being lucky in love, all right? Thanks for tuning in, guys. My purpose in life is to help as many people as I can with relationships. Let me help you as much as possible. Yeah, have a great day, guys. Appreciate you tuning in.